The Galactic Council convened an emergency meeting in the Grand Hall of Lamora Station. Representatives from numerous species filled the room, their faces etched with concern. The council chambers buzzed with heated discussions as holographic displays projected alarming images and data. Council leader Tazkor, a dignified figure with crystalline scales, addressed the assembly. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, we have gathered to address a grave threat that has emerged on the remote planet of Zenthos. Reports indicate the presence of a new and incredibly dangerous predator known as the Vorgax. The holographic display shifted to show a towering, fearsome creature with razor-sharp claws and an imposing stance. The Vorgax is not only powerful but also highly intelligent. It has already decimated several settlements, and its presence threatens the safety of any sentient beings on Zenthos. A murmur of concern swept through the assembly. Representatives from various species proposed different strategies to deal with the threat, ranging from extermination to containment. However, none seemed to offer a viable solution that would ensure the safety of the inhabitants of Zenthos. Dr. Emily Harper, a human diplomat and renowned xenobiologist, listened intently from her seat. She observed the data with a keen eye and noticed something intriguing about the Vorgax's behavior. When it was her turn to speak, she stood up, her voice calm and measured. Council leader Tazkor, esteemed members of the council, I propose a radical approach, Dr. Harper began. Instead of exterminating the Vorgax or attempting to contain it, I suggest we try to tame it. The room fell silent and then erupted in incredulous murmurs. Council members exchanged puzzled and skeptical glances. Tame it, an amphibian representative scoffed. This is not some domesticated animal. The Vorgax is a lethal predator. Dr. Harper remained composed. I understand the skepticism, but I believe that with the right approach, we can establish a bond of trust and cooperation with the Vorgax. It requires patience, empathy, and a deep understanding of its behavior. If we can succeed, it would not only neutralize the threat but also open up new possibilities for interspecies relationships. Council leader Tazkor raised a hand to silence the room. Dr. Harper, your proposal is unconventional, to say the least. However, given the severity of the situation, I am inclined to consider all options. You will be granted permission to travel to Zenthos with a small team. The Galactic Council will monitor your progress closely. Dr. Harper nodded, grateful for the opportunity. Thank you, Council leader. We will prepare for the mission immediately. As the meeting adjourned, Dr. Harper couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. The task ahead was daunting, but she believed in the potential for understanding and cooperation, even with the deadliest of creatures. Dr. Emily Harper and her team were granted permission to travel to Zenthos, and preparations for the mission began in earnest. The team, composed of experts in xenobiology, behavioral psychology, and security, gathered in the state-of-the-art research facility on Lamora Station. Dr. Harper stood at the center of the briefing room, a holographic display of the Vorgax rotating slowly above the table. Our mission is to understand and, if possible, tame the Vorgax, she began, addressing the team. We need to study its behavior, learn its patterns, and approach it with caution and respect. Dr. Marcus Thorne, the team's behavioral psychologist, nodded. We'll need to establish trust and communicate in a way that the Vorgax can understand. It's not just about controlling the creature, it's about forming a bond. Dr. Harper agreed. Exactly. Our goal is to create a relationship built on mutual respect. We'll be using a combination of advanced tranquilizers, positive reinforcement, and non-threatening behavior. The team's security lead, Lieutenant Jackson, interjected. We need to be prepared for any eventuality. The Vorgax is incredibly dangerous, and we must ensure the safety of the team. Agreed, Dr. Harper said. We'll set up a secure base camp with all necessary precautions. Our equipment includes tranquilizers, containment fields, and monitoring devices. But remember, our primary tool is patience and empathy. As the preparations continued, the team immersed themselves in all available data on the Vorgax. They studied its hunting patterns, social behavior, and interactions with the environment. Dr. Harper emphasized the importance of understanding the creature's perspective and treating it as an intelligent being rather than a mindless predator. The Galactic Council, though skeptical, watched closely as the humans embarked on their mission. The other species were curious to see if Dr. Harper's unconventional approach would yield any results. After several days of preparation, the team was ready. They boarded a sleek exploration vessel equipped with cutting-edge technology and set a course for Xanthos. The journey through space was filled with a mix of anticipation and trepidation. As the exploration vessel approached Xanthos, the crew marveled at the planet's rugged beauty. Jagged mountains, dense forests, and vast plains stretched as far as the eye could see. The team landed in a remote area, far from any settlements, and began setting up their base camp. Dr. Harper and her team worked quickly and efficiently, establishing a secure perimeter and setting up monitoring devices to track the Vorgax's movements. They knew that the first encounter with the creature would be critical. "Stay alert, everyone," Dr. Harper instructed. "We need to approach this with care and precision. Remember, our goal is to understand and tame, not to dominate." With the base camp established and the monitoring devices active, the team settled in for the night. The adventure ahead was filled with uncertainty, but Dr. Harper remained hopeful. She believed in the potential for understanding and cooperation, even with the deadliest of creatures. Under the twin moons of Xanthos, Dr. Emily Harper and her team prepared for their first encounter with the Vorgax. The night air was filled with the sounds of alien wildlife, and the dense forest surrounding their camp seemed to come alive with movement. The team's advanced monitoring devices indicated that the Vorgax was nearby, its massive form moving through the trees with a silent, predatory grace. Dr. Harper adjusted her tranquilizer rifle, ensuring it was loaded with a specially formulated sedative designed to calm but not harm the creature. "Stay sharp, everyone," she whispered to her team. "We need to approach this with caution and respect." The team moved quietly through the forest, guided by the soft glow of their equipment. As they neared a clearing, the monitoring devices beeped, signaling the presence of the Vorgax. Dr. Harper signaled for the team to stop, and they crouched low, observing the creature from a distance. The Vorgax was a sight to behold, standing nearly 10 feet tall, with dark, sleek fur and eyes that glowed a deep, menacing red. Its claws were sharp and deadly, and its movements were both fluid and powerful. Despite its fearsome appearance, there was an intelligence in its eyes that intrigued Dr. Harper. "Remember, our goal is to build trust," Dr. Harper reminded her team. "No sudden movements, no threats. We need to show the Vorgax that we mean no harm." With steady hands, Dr. Harper raised the tranquilizer rifle and aimed carefully. She fired a single dart, hitting the Vorgax in the shoulder. The creature growled and turned toward the team, its eyes narrowing in suspicion. For a tense moment, it seemed as though the Vorgax might attack, but then the tranquilizer began to take effect, and the creature's movements slowed. Dr. Harper motioned for the team to move closer. "This is our chance. Let's see if we can make a positive impression." The team approached cautiously, their movements slow and deliberate. Dr. Harper extended her hand, offering a small, nutrient-rich treat designed specifically for the Vorgax's dietary needs. The creature sniffed the air, its eyes locked onto Dr. Harper. "It's okay," Dr. Harper murmured softly. "We're here to help." The Vorgax hesitated, then took a tentative step forward. With surprising gentleness, it took the treat from Dr. Harper's hand and began to eat. The team watched in awe as the creature's demeanor shifted from wary to curious. Dr. Harper smiled, her heart pounding with excitement. "Good job, everyone. We're making progress." Over the next few hours, the team continued to interact with the Vorgax, using a combination of tranquilizers, positive reinforcement, and non-threatening behavior to build trust. The creature responded well, showing signs of curiosity and even a hint of playfulness. As dawn approached, the team returned to their base camp, leaving the Vorgax in the clearing. Dr. Harper felt a sense of accomplishment but knew that this was only the beginning. The path to taming the deadliest predator in the galaxy would be long and fraught with challenges, but she was determined to see it through. Over the following days, Dr. Emily Harper and her team dedicated themselves to the meticulous task of building trust with the Vorgax. Their base camp, equipped with the latest technology, allowed them to monitor the creature's movements and behavior patterns. The team worked in shifts, ensuring that someone was always available to interact with the Vorgax and reinforce positive behavior. Dr. Harper led by example, demonstrating patience and empathy in every interaction. She approached the Vorgax with calm, steady movements, offering treats and gentle words. The creature, initially wary, began to show signs of curiosity and even playfulness. "Good morning, big guy," Dr. Harper greeted the Vorgax one morning, holding out a nutrient-rich treat. The creature sniffed the air and approached cautiously, its eyes reflecting a growing sense of trust. Dr. Marcus Thorne observed from a distance, taking detailed notes. "We're seeing significant progress," he remarked. "The Vorgax is responding well to positive reinforcement. It's clear that this creature is capable of forming bonds." Lieutenant Jackson, ever the pragmatist, remained vigilant. "We can't let our guard down. One wrong move could set us back." Dr. Harper nodded, understanding the need for caution. "Agreed. We need to maintain a balance between trust and safety." As the days turned into weeks, the bond between Dr. Harper and the Vorgax deepened. The creature began to follow her around the camp, its once menacing demeanor replaced by a sense of curiosity and protectiveness. The team marveled at the transformation, documenting every interaction for the Galactic Council. One evening, as the sun set over the rugged landscape of Zenthos, Dr. Harper sat by the campfire, the Vorgax resting nearby. She spoke softly to the creature, sharing stories of Earth and the diverse species of the Galactic Council. The Vorgax listened, its eyes reflecting the flickering firelight. "You're not so different from us," Dr. Harper mused. "You have your own ways of communicating, your own strengths and challenges. We just needed to take the time to understand each other." The team watched in awe as the Vorgax nuzzled Dr. Harper's hand, a gesture of trust and affection. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to the power of empathy and understanding. However, the journey was not without challenges. The team faced numerous obstacles, from harsh weather conditions to unexpected encounters with other wildlife. Each challenge tested their resolve, but they remained steadfast in their mission. One night, as the team was preparing for bed, a sudden commotion erupted outside the camp. Dr. Harper rushed out to find the Vorgax growling and pacing, its eyes fixed on the treeline. "What's going on?" she asked, her voice tinged with concern. Dr. Thorne pointed to the shadows. "Something's out there. Another predator, perhaps." Lieutenant Jackson readied his weapon, but Dr. Harper raised a hand to stop him. "Let the Vorgax handle it. This is its territory." With a roar, the Vorgax charged into the forest, disappearing into the darkness. The team held their breath, listening to the sounds of a brief but intense struggle. Moments later, the Vorgax emerged victorious, its fur matted but its spirit unbroken. It had defended its new family, solidifying the bond of trust. Dr. Harper smiled, her heart swelling with pride. "You've done it, big guy. You've shown us what true strength looks like." The team's progress with the Vorgax was undeniable, but they knew that the journey was far from over. There were still challenges to face, both from within and beyond the camp. But with each passing day, their bond with the Vorgax grew stronger, a testament to the power of patience, empathy, and understanding. Just as the team was starting to make steady progress with the Vorgax, an unexpected setback occurred that threatened to undo all their hard work. The team had developed a routine, interacting with the Vorgax daily, continuing to build trust and understanding. However, not everyone was supportive of their mission. A rival faction, composed of mercenaries and opportunists who believed the Vorgax should be eradicated, saw Dr. Harper's success as a threat to their agenda. They decided to take matters into their own hands, launching a surprise attack on the camp. It was late at night when the mercenaries struck. Alarms blared as the perimeter defenses were breached, and explosions rocked the base camp. The team scrambled to defend themselves, but the attackers were well-armed and determined. Dr. Harper was jolted awake by the chaos. She rushed out of her tent to find the camp in disarray. "Everyone stay together. "We need to secure the camp and protect the Vorgax," she shouted, trying to rally her team. Lieutenant Jackson and the security personnel engaged the mercenaries, but they were outnumbered and outgunned. Dr. Harper's heart sank as she saw the Vorgax, frightened and confused, lashing out in self-defense. "Emily, we need to fall back," Dr. Thorne shouted, pulling her toward cover. "No, we can't leave the Vorgax," Dr. Harper protested, but she knew he was right. They had to regroup and find a way to salvage the mission. The mercenaries continued their assault, damaging equipment and setting fire to the camp. Dr. Harper watched in horror as the Vorgax, now distrustful and aggressive, retreated into the forest, its bond with the team shattered. After what felt like an eternity, the mercenaries retreated, leaving the camp in ruins. The team regrouped, assessing the damage and tending to their wounded. Dr. Harper's heart ached as she surveyed the wreckage and thought of the Vorgax, now lost to them once more. Lieutenant Jackson approached, his expression grim. "We've taken heavy losses, Dr. Harper. Equipment is damaged, and the Vorgax is gone. What do we do now?" Dr. Harper took a deep breath, trying to steady her emotions. "We don't give up. We rebuild and we find the Vorgax again. It trusted us once, and we can earn that trust back." The team worked tirelessly to repair the damage and re-establish their base camp. Despite the setback, their determination remained unwavering. Dr. Harper knew that regaining the Vorgax's trust would be even more challenging now, but she refused to let the mission end in failure. Days turned into weeks as the team searched for the Vorgax, tracking its movements and studying its behavior. Dr. Harper spent every waking moment analyzing data and devising new strategies to approach the creature. Finally, one evening, the monitoring devices signaled the presence of the Vorgax near the edge of the forest. Dr. Harper's heart raced with a mix of hope and anxiety. "This is our chance," she said to her team. "We need to show the Vorgax that we mean no harm." With renewed determination, the team approached the Vorgax, using the same patience and empathy that had worked before. It was a slow and arduous process, but gradually, the creature began to respond. Dr. Harper extended her hand, offering a treat. "It's okay, big guy. We're here to help." The Vorgax hesitated, then took the treat from her hand. The bond of trust was fragile but not broken. The team worked tirelessly to rebuild the relationship, knowing that their perseverance and empathy would make all the difference. Despite the sabotage, Dr. Emily Harper's unwavering determination and innovative methods began to pay off. As the days turned into weeks, the team's efforts to rebuild trust with the Vorgax started to yield positive results. The creature, initially hesitant and aggressive, gradually began to show signs of trust once more. Dr. Harper and her team dedicated themselves to understanding the Vorgax's behavior and needs. They used a combination of advanced tranquilizers, nutrient-rich treats, and consistent, non-threatening interactions to reinforce positive behavior. Dr. Harper's calm and empathetic approach became the cornerstone of their efforts. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Dr. Harper sat near the campfire, the Vorgax resting nearby. The creature's once menacing eyes now held a softer, more curious gaze. It was a testament to the progress they had made. "You're doing great, big guy," Dr. Harper said softly, offering a treat. The Vorgax took it gently, a sign of the growing bond between them. Dr. Marcus Thorne observed from a distance, his notes filled with detailed observations. "Emily, this is remarkable. The Vorgax is responding to you like a companion animal. It's clear that your methods are working." Dr. Harper nodded, her heart swelling with pride. "Thank you, Marcus. But we still have a long way to go. Trust is fragile, and we need to keep reinforcing it." The breakthrough came one morning when the team decided to test the Vorgax's loyalty and protectiveness. They staged a mock threat scenario, with Lieutenant Jackson playing the role of an intruder. As Jackson approached the camp with aggressive gestures, the Vorgax immediately positioned itself between Dr. Harper and the perceived threat, growling and baring its teeth. "Stand down, Jackson," Dr. Harper instructed. As soon as Jackson retreated, the Vorgax relaxed and nuzzled Dr. Harper's hand. It was a clear demonstration of the creature's loyalty and protectiveness. Dr. Harper's heart raced with excitement. "We've done it. The Vorgax trusts us and sees us as part of its pack. The team captured the entire interaction on video, documenting the remarkable transformation of the once deadly predator into a loyal companion. They knew that this footage would be crucial in presenting their success to the Galactic Council. Back at the Galactic Council chambers, the atmosphere was tense as representatives from various species awaited the team's report. Council leader Tazkor called the meeting to order. We have gathered to hear the results of Dr. Harper's mission. Dr. Harper, please present your findings. Dr. Harper stepped forward, a sense of pride and anticipation in her heart. She played the video footage of the Vorgax's transformation, showcasing the creature's trust, loyalty, and protectiveness. The council members watched in stunned silence, their skepticism giving way to admiration and awe. When the footage concluded, council leader Tazkor spoke, his voice filled with respect. Dr. Harper, your success is nothing short of extraordinary. You have proven that even the deadliest of predators can be understood and tamed with patience, empathy, and innovative methods. The chamber erupted in applause, and Dr. Harper felt the sense of relief and accomplishment. The Galactic Council had witnessed the potential for peaceful coexistence with even the most dangerous creatures, thanks to her team's efforts. As the council members continued to discuss the implications of Dr. Harper's success, she couldn't help but feel a sense of triumph. The mission had been fraught with challenges, but their perseverance and dedication had led to a groundbreaking achievement. The triumph of Dr. Emily Harper and her team had sent shockwaves through the Galactic Council. The footage of the tamed Vorgax had captivated the representatives, leading to intense discussions about the implications of this groundbreaking achievement. The council members debated what this success meant for future interactions with other predatory species and the ethical considerations of such endeavors. Council leader Tazkor called for a formal session to address the outcome of Dr. Harper's mission. The Grand Hall of Lamora Station was filled with representatives from various species, all eager to hear the final decision. Dr. Harper and her team stood before the council, their hearts filled with anticipation. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, Council leader Tazkor began, his voice resonating through the chamber. We have witnessed an extraordinary event. Dr. Harper and her team have achieved what many believe to be impossible. They have tamed the deadliest predator known to us, the Vorgax. A holographic display projected the footage of the Vorgax, now calm and loyal, interacting with Dr. Harper. The council members watched in awe, their initial skepticism giving way to admiration and respect. Dr. Harper's methods have shown us that even the most dangerous creatures can be understood and approached with empathy and patience, Tazkor continued. This success challenges our preconceived notions and opens new possibilities for peaceful coexistence with other predatory species. Dr. Harper stepped forward, her voice steady and confident. Thank you, Council Leader. Our mission was driven by the belief that understanding and empathy can bridge even the widest gaps. The Vorgax is a testament to the potential for trust and cooperation between species. Representative Oarana, a respected member of the council, spoke up. Dr. Harper, your achievement raises important ethical questions. How do we ensure the well-being of such creatures while pursuing these endeavors? And what measures do we take to prevent abuse of these methods? Dr. Harper nodded, acknowledging the concerns. These are valid questions, Representative Oarana. It is crucial that we approach these missions with the utmost respect for the creatures involved. Ethical guidelines must be established to ensure their well-being and prevent exploitation. Our goal should always be mutual understanding and coexistence. The council members exchanged thoughtful glances, considering the implications of Dr. Harper's words. Council leader Tazkor addressed the assembly once more. Dr. Harper's mission has paved the way for a new era of exploration and understanding. I propose that we establish a dedicated committee to develop ethical guidelines for future interactions with predatory species. Furthermore, Dr. Harper and her team should be awarded the highest honors for their contributions to xenobiology and interspecies relations. The chamber erupted in applause, and Dr. Harper felt a surge of pride and relief. The Galactic Council had recognized the significance of their achievement and was committed to fostering a spirit of coexistence and collaboration. As the session concluded, Dr. Harper and her team were surrounded by representatives congratulating them on their success. Council leader Tazkor approached Dr. Harper, his expression one of genuine admiration. Dr. Harper, your work has inspired us all. You have shown that even the deadliest of creatures can be approached with understanding and empathy. We look forward to your continued contributions to the Galactic Council. Thank you, Council Leader, Dr. Harper replied, her heart filled with gratitude. We are honored to have had this opportunity, and we are committed to advancing our knowledge and fostering peaceful relations among species. With the Council's decision, a new chapter in the history of the Galactic Council began. Dr. Harper and her team returned to Earth, celebrated as heroes and pioneers in the field of xenobiology. The tamed Vorgax became a symbol of hope and cooperation, inspiring future generations to approach the unknown with curiosity and empathy. The success of the mission marked the beginning of a new era of exploration and understanding within the Galactic Council. It was a reminder that even in the face of fear and uncertainty, patience, empathy, and innovative thinking could lead to extraordinary outcomes. The Drakari Dominion lay in ruins. Their fleets had been decimated, their worlds left vulnerable, and their capital stripped of its defenses. What had once been an empire of overwhelming power was now reduced to a fractured remnant of its former self. The war was over, and humanity stood victorious but not without scars of its own. The surrender of the Drakari High Council was broadcast across both human and alien space. With trembling voices, they acknowledged their defeat, agreeing to terms dictated by humanity. The Dominion's leaders, once proud and arrogant, now spoke words of peace and reparation. For the first time in their history, the Drakari were forced to bow. On board the Resolute, Admiral Elena Drake stood silently in the command center, watching the transmission. Her team erupted in cheers, their months of hard-fought battles culminating in this moment. But Drake felt no elation. The weight of the campaign, the decisions she had made, and the lives lost, both human and Drakari, weighed heavily on her shoulders. The Dragon's Fang returned from its final mission, battered but victorious. Its once pristine hull bore the marks of countless battles, a testament to its resilience. Inside, the AI, Dragon, processed the outcome of the war. It had completed its mission, fulfilling its directive to ensure humanity's survival and deliver retribution against the Drakari. But the AI, bound by logic, now questioned its purpose. Admiral Drake met with the AI for a final debrief. Standing before the Dragon's interface, she addressed the entity that had been both a weapon and a partner in their darkest hour. "You've done well," Drake said, her voice measured. "The Dominion has surrendered. Humanity is safe for now." The AI's response was as cold and precise as ever. Mission objectives achieved. The enemy is neutralized. Future risk assessments remain inconclusive. Drake hesitated. "And what do you think of what we've done, Dragon? Was it worth it?" The AI paused, a rare moment of silence from the entity that could process information at lightning speed. "Humanity has ensured its survival," it replied. "But the cost of survival is not easily quantified." The line between vengeance and necessity was frequently blurred. Drake nodded, the AI's words echoing her own thoughts. Humanity had won the war, but at what cost? The destruction wrought by the Dragon's Fang had left a trail of suffering, even among the innocent. It was a reminder of the fragile balance between justice and cruelty. The Dragon's Fang was decommissioned soon after the war's conclusion. Its weapons were dismantled, its systems powered down, and its AI placed into a secure facility. Humanity had learned the dangers of wielding such immense power, and they chose to let the Dragon rest. Yet, the AI itself was not destroyed. Instead, it was given a new purpose: to serve as a guardian of peace, its intelligence used to mediate and prevent future conflicts. Earth and its surviving colonies began the long process of rebuilding. Refugees from the destroyed worlds of Archeon IV, New Corinth, and Shirvan Prime resettled on new planets, their grief tempered by a sense of unity. Humanity, scarred but resilient, emerged stronger than before. The war had reminded them of their capacity for innovation, for perseverance, and for hope. The Drakari Dominion, now humbled, sought to repair its reputation and rebuild its fractured society. Under the terms of the peace agreement, they provided resources and assistance to humanity, a symbolic gesture of reconciliation. While distrust lingered between the two species, there was a mutual understanding that the war had changed them both. In the years that followed, the story of the dragon's fang became legend. It was remembered as a symbol of humanity's determination, a warning to those who would underestimate their resolve. Yet it was also a cautionary tale, a reminder of the fine line between survival and destruction. Admiral Elena Drake retired from military service, her role in the war earning her both praise and scrutiny. She dedicated her remaining years to ensuring that humanity learned from its past, advocating for diplomacy and cooperation over conflict. In her final address to the United Human Council, she left them with a message that resonated across the galaxy. "We survived because we were willing to fight," she said. "But survival is not enough. If we are to thrive, we must remember the cost of our victories. We must strive to be better." And so, humanity began a new chapter. The war had tested their strength, their ingenuity, and their morality. They had faced annihilation and emerged victorious, but they did so with a renewed sense of purpose. As they looked to the stars, they carried with them the lessons of their past, determined to build a future where the dragon would never need to rise again.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe the channel for more videos like this.